This is the moment we have been waiting for, and it is here. Galaxy Z Fold 6 spotted online, and it's now confirmed what we are going to see on Z Fold 6. Also, I'll explain about are we going to see an Ultra model? Also, are we going to see a creaseless foldable? Let's find out. So stick till the end to find more, and for more updates, don't forget to subscribe. Little bit of a backstory. Initially, we started getting the news about the Galaxy Z Fold 6. Some people suggest we may see only Exynos version on Z Fold 6, and later, that news was denied, and now it is confirmed what processor are we going to see on Z Fold 6. This is the first ever real Geekbench scores of Galaxy Z Fold 6, indicating we are going to see Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 but made for Galaxy version, where you can see the middle cores are underclocked and the high performance core is overclocked at 3.4 GHz, similar to Galaxy S24 Ultra. I'll explain the RAM option later, but first, these are the Geekbench scores. The single core scores are 1964 and 6619 multi-core score. Quite shocking to me, since there's a little to no change in the single core scores of Z Fold 5 and Z Fold 6. Fold 5 scores 1943 single core score and 5123 multi-core scores. Although it seems impossible, but remember, I said first ever Geekbench scores. This means we will see improvements in these numbers closer to the launch. And this also indicates a battery improvement on the Galaxy Z Fold 6, which I'll explain in a moment. Now, Z Fold 6 will going to feature a One UI 6.1.1 based on Android 14. And if you know, you know, there are a bunch of new AI features coming for the Galaxy Z Fold 6. Even ICE confirmed the video AI features are also coming on Z Fold 6, which we first expected on S24 Ultra, but it never happened. Now that we know about the scores, let's talk about the RAM options. This Geekbench scores shows we are going to see at 12 gigs of RAM. Now most of the people says we can expect 16 gigs on Z Fold 6, but honestly, what I have heard from different sources, Samsung's cost-cutting strategy will skip 16 gigs on Z Fold 6, and this is already confirmed. So either go for 12 gigs or wait, because it's not gonna change. The storage options will remain the same: 256 gigs, 512 gigs, and 1 TB version. I know 12 gigs is more than enough, but people wanted 16 gigs, which we are not gonna see on Z Fold 6. Now let's talk about the Z Fold 6 Ultra. I have a lot of news about the Z Fold 6 Ultra, even according to this Geekbench scores. This is the model number SMF956U, where U indicates the United States version of a Z Fold 6. Yes, if it's 8 instead of 6, it will be Z Fold 6 Ultra, but it's not. Yes, we shouldn't expect Ultra, although there is another big reason why Z Fold 6 Ultra is not coming. According to The Elect, Samsung Electronics is expected to release only two types of foldables, Galaxy Z Flip 6 and Galaxy Z Fold 6 as before. Only two foldables. Clearly indicates there is no Ultra model coming this year. At least for now, even internal source claims there is no such information about the global version of Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra. And we are so close to the launch of a Z Fold 6, but there is no such news about the Z Fold 6 Ultra design or new cameras. So anyone who's waiting for a Z Fold 6 Ultra, I would suggest them to wait for one more year. Now with these Geekbench scores, does this mean are we going to see some sort of battery improvement on the Z Fold 6? Although these are initial numbers, but as per rumors, Samsung are going to introduce similar features like battery AI on Galaxy Z Fold 6, and rumors claim big about it. Previously, there were two rumors who claimed about the battery AI, and now the internal source also confirms it. No matter how good it is, it can only adds up 30 to 60 minutes of more battery life, and he claimed about the S25 Ultra, and we might see a similar feature on Z Fold 6. Although one source claimed about the Z Fold 6 specifically, according to the source, Samsung are going to enhance the battery backup by 20 to 30 minutes, which is obviously what I'm expecting a screen on time. Now this source didn't confirm which thing is gonna change, but there's another source claiming even big about the battery life of the Galaxy Z Fold 6, who claims about the display of Galaxy Z Fold 6. Sorry, I didn't mention above, there is no battery update on the Galaxy Z Fold 6. ICE confirmed we are going to see a 4400 mAh battery on the Z Fold 6 instead of what leaked before 4600. Also, these battery improvements are only depending on software optimization, no hardware change from Samsung. Do you guys want a creaseless foldable? Well, I believe we are going towards it. There's a source claiming big about the crease of a Z Fold 6. Bye bye crease almost. A new redesigned ultra-thin glass is coming on Z Fold 6. It is over 50% thicker, which means stronger and more durable and less visible crease. Now honestly, I don't bother with a crease on inner display. Yes, if the display is off, you can see it, but while using it, you won't even notice. But if Samsung is improving it, it is always a welcome change. But apart from crease, we want the durable inner display, and that matters the most. So I'm hoping the black line inner display will finally go away from the Galaxy foldables with the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and this new ultra thin glass. Not only this, Samsung is also going to improve the hinge on the Galaxy Z Fold 6. Last year, Samsung removed the gap between the Z Fold 5 and Z Flip 5 hinges, which helps it to keep the inner display safe from dust. They called it a flex hinge. This year, Samsung is working on even extensive version of flex hinge to prevent dust even more. Even though TM Brew already hinted towards the dust-proof foldables, but we are not there yet. According to the source, Samsung registered a trademark with the name Iron Flex, which is supposed to debut on the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Flip 6. The name indicates we may see a better durability, but one thing to consider, there are chances we may see a dust proofing on the Z Fold 6 and Flip 6, but it is not confirmed yet. With the new hinge, we may see a more number of folds. Last year, Fold 5 came with a basic 200,000 folds, but it can last around 400,000. So we can expect more folds on the Z Fold 6. Now that we know about the internals, let's see, are we going to see a wider cover display? This is the screen protector of Galaxy Z Fold 6 alongside Galaxy Z Fold 5. There are a couple of major changes here, so let's list them one by one. First, Samsung is moving from rounded design to more squared off design on Z Fold 6. There's one more important thing, and no one talks about this. On Z Fold 5, we can see the display is slightly thicker from the hinge side and a little bit uneven due to hinge, but there is no such thing on Z Fold 6. This also indicates Samsung is even decreasing the hinge and making a wider cover display. Samsung wants a sweet spot. That's the reason they are going with this design. Obviously, now everyone explains, this is 60.2mm compared to 57.4mm. Not much of a big difference, although when you look at the picture, there's a clear difference. But if you compare with the OnePlus Open, no, it's not that wider. Although it looks like OnePlus Open cover display, but it's fairly taller. Now, upon researching about OnePlus Open cover display width, it's 73.3mm, a lot wider compared to what leaked here. Obviously, this information is not from official sources, so until we compare both devices side by side, we cannot put our final thought in it. With these updates, the price is something we should look at. This year, Samsung increased the price for the Galaxy S24 Ultra, and the new price was $100 more with some noticeable changes. Seems like the same thing is going to happen with the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Z Flip 6. According to internal source, Samsung will going to increase the price on both models. $100 increase on both models, similar to Galaxy S24 Ultra. This is mainly because of parts are getting expensive, and if you notice or not, a lot of people were talking about Exynos version of Z Flip 6. No, it's not coming. As we are getting price increase, Samsung will surely give a Snapdragon version in Z Flip 6. Although I would prefer cheaper Z Fold 6, but sad, Samsung is going opposite of what people wanted. Samsung is launching earlier, and the release date of a Z Fold 6, Z Flip 6, and Watch 7 series is confirmed. According to confirmed sources, Samsung will going to launch all these new devices on 10th of July, way earlier compared to last year, 26th of July for a previous event. On this note, if you found value from this video, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Till then, peace out.